Hi, this is Rick. Let's talk about arrays. Let's start with the book definition of what an array is. An array is a group of related variables that holds values of the same type. Okay, so that's the book definition. Let's break it down a little bit. First of all, let's talk about variables. Now, we know that variables can be a lot of different things. There's a lot of different meanings, whether you're an engineer or a computer programmer or whether you're a mathematician. But we're going to define it for the computer purposes of a physical location in memory that has a name tag. So it's kind of like a personal parking spot. A parking spot where, your name is there. But in case of the computer, it's not going to be your name, it's going to be the name of the variable. So, for example, we're going to have a numbered parking space. A parking space is going to hold a number of some kind called math grade. That's just a variable. It's a location. It's a parking space for whatever we're going to put in math grade. We can also have a string variable, in other words, a bunch of alphanumeric characters, and we can put that in the parking lot called last name. We said that arrays are a lot like parking lots, not just parking spaces. So if we take a look at that definition, arrays have physical locations that are next to each other. The technical word for that is contiguous, kind of like the contiguous United States, where they're the 48 states that were touching each other. So arrays have physical locations that are next to each other in the computer memory that have the same data type and the same name to identify them. Oh, wait a minute. How does that work? Well, here we go. It's kind of like that valet parking lot. We said that a variable was like a parking space, so an array is like a parking lot. So the lot represents the entire array. So let's build one. Let's go to the Ritz-Carlton, and this is going to be the Ritz Valet parking lot. And we're going to just represent it by being this big. So it's only got 5 spots in it. But each one of those spots is numbered. Now the computer always starts numbering with 0, so the spots are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what goes in each one of those parking spaces in the parking lot? Well, in this case, we're going to put cars. Cars are going to be our simulated element. So what does an empty array look like to the computer? Well, this is it. See, it's just a parking lot of empty parking spaces, numbered starting with 0, and they're all together. So how do we use them? How do we use arrays? Well, we said an array is a group of related variables that holds values the same type. So this is not one array, this is actually 4 arrays, and we've arranged them side by side. This is the rent for certain apartments in an apartment complex, depending on when you rent them and how long you rent them. So we would say that this is the first array. This is the apartment array. And you'll notice that all the data types are the same. Those are all alpha characters. If you're going to rent an apartment on an annual basis for a year, then it's going to cost you this much per month. See how they're related? They're all numbers. If you're going to rent an apartment for a month, not a whole year, but just a month, then it's going to cost you more. The last array is what it's going to cost you if you're going to rent it from May through August, and that's called in-season monthly. That's the highest expense. Now, as we said, these are 4 side-by-side arrays. There's the apartment array, the annual array, the monthly array, and the in-season monthly array. What goes in there are called elements. So the content of the array is called an element. Let's take a look at the name. So if we wanted to name the position of the array, we might say it's like apartment position 4. So let's just break that down. You notice that we've got the apartment, which is the array name. And then we've got this number, and this number is called the subscript. The two together make up a location. And in fact, if we look up apartment, position 4, it's right there. Oh, wait a minute. How did we get that? Well, count with me. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Apartment array, position 4. Okay? What do you think in-season monthly 3 is? 1621. What about annual 2? So we go to the annual array, we count 0, 1, 2. Good. All right, what about monthly 6? So we go to the monthly array, and we count down 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now you go try.